Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and basketball fans from around the world. You are listening to Cardinal Time, your source for the inside scoop on Skagit Valley College Cardinal Basketball. All right, welcome Skagit Valley Cardinal Basketball fans to the very first episode of Cardinal Time. That's the episode featuring all things Skagit Valley Cardinal Basketball. Thank you for joining. I'm your host, Merrick Parnell. I also do the PA announcing on game nights for the Cardinals. Cardinals have really got off to a very good start to the season and have really struck fear in a lot of the other teams in the division. Skagit Cardinals opened their season with a win in Edmonds. That was an 82-56 win in Edmonds. And then January 4th, they would open their regular season at home at the David Duval Pavilion. The Cardinals had the place rocking for their I-5 rivals, the Whatcom Orcas. The gym was filled with an electricity, a lot like a heavyweight bout, or hopefully when we'll see Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. That's the kind of environment. It was simply just buzzing. Code Red, the familiar Cardinal student section, much hated by visiting teams, and for good reason, stayed in the ears of the Orcas most of the game. In fact, the whole game, they didn't even sit down. So big ups to the Code Red, really making the Duval a really tough place to come in and play, giving it that home court advantage. The game really got off to an electric start that saw great hustle, resulting in some high-flying dunks for the Cardinals. One of those was off of a steal by Malik Barnes, who just threw it down. I think the gym is still feeling the effects of that dunk, and the rim is still rattling. The crowd was on their feet for most of these athletic feats that the Cardinals put on a show with. At the half, Skagit was leading 48-32. The Orcas would muster up a small comeback from an impressive performance from Kyle Impero, the kid out of Nooksack Valley High School up north of Bellingham. But when all was said and done, the Cardinals staved off a comeback and took the game 90-82, and really what has been one of the closer contests that you have seen the Cardinals play in. The game, though, felt like Skagit was leading a lot more. They just had a lot more fire, a lot more hustle, and Coach Brock Veltri really instilled passion into his Cardinals. And a lot of Skagit's success was attributed to points off the bench. Skagit had an impressive 35 points off the bench. Part of that was from Jordan Garcia, who would be a force with his 11-point, 6-assist night. Jordan really plays with a lot of electricity and fire. Whatcom just didn't really have a matchup answer for him. The Orcas would have just 8 points coming off their bench. Skagit would also out-rebound the Orcas and led in second chance points and points off the turnovers. And Elijah Diggs would end the game as the leading scorer with his 19-point impressive performance. Teammate Vince Payne would have 17. Here is Skagit Cardinal Malik Barnes with some of his thoughts from that Skagit win against the Orcas. So big win tonight against Whatcom, Malik. What do you think that you guys did well? Story of the night, team play off the bench. But what do you think really you guys did well to beat Whatcom?
We stayed together as a team in the second half. We kept Pero. We tried our best to hold him, and then we did whatever we could, and then we stayed together as a team. So that just carried over, and that led us to victory.
Going into next weekend against Peninsula, what are you guys going to try and work on to be just as effective?
Just being more consistent, on the defensive end, offensively, we want to be better at running plays. We got to work on everything, really. But, just being a better team, having everybody stay together on the bench, staying together, that's probably the biggest thing.
That was Skagit Cardinal Malik Barnes, who had 13 points on the night and also hit a big three-pointer for the Cardinals. and we'll get a few words from Skagit head coach Brock Veltri.
All right, Coach, big win for your home opener against rivals Whatcom. Really, the story of tonight was your bench play. Talk about the players coming off the bench and being really effective, tiring out the Orcas.
You know, the guys off the bench just did a great job. They work hard in practice every day. They're always ready to go, and that just carried over tonight. They came in, they're confident guys, and that carried over onto the court. And we always talk about that second unit needs to come in and bring energy and get us to that next level. And we don't ever want any drop off when those guys come in. We want to continue, hopefully, the pace and style and tempo we're playing. And those guys do a phenomenal job of that every day in practice, and it carries over to games. I couldn't be happy for those guys.
The big story with Whatcom was Kyle Impero with over 30 points. What did you guys do to really close him down? And they got frustrated and ran the fouls up towards the end.
You know, I don't think we did enough. He ended up scoring 42 on us. He's a phenomenal player. He's one of the top 2 scorers in the NWAC right now, and so he's gonna get his. But I just thought trying to keep fresh guys on him, trying to keep some longer athletic guys on him to wear him down. I think he got tired down the stretch, but he put up a phenomenal performance tonight. He was very impressive to watch.
Moving forward, what are some things some fans can expect coming here to the pavilion?
I think more of what you saw tonight. We want to try to be up-tempo. We want to try to be exciting. We want to be disciplined on the defensive end, and at times I think our guys are definitely doing a good job of that. And just a good, exciting, up-tempo style of basketball that's fun to watch and hopefully gets the fans out of their seats if we can. And it's a process, but I think we're definitely getting there, and it should be an exciting year if we continue working this way.
From that home opener, the Cardinals would go and beat Peninsula that Saturday at home with a 73-52 win. They would go and beat Shoreline on the road that Wednesday, 96-84, and would beat Everett in Everett, 76-63 to wrap up the road stand. During that span of games, Skagit outscored their opponents 335 points to just 281 and are averaging 83.75 points a game. That is really quite impressive. On Wednesday, that's this Wednesday, the 22nd, a really good game will be in store. The Bellevue Bulldogs will make the trip up north to take on the Cardinals, and we'll have your recap next episode. This has been Merrick Parnell with Cardinal Time, your inside look at Skagit Valley Cardinal Basketball. Until then, go Cards.